Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It's the weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, October the 28th, is National Chocolate Day. Right before Halloween is Chocolate Day? You'd think after
Wasn't it
Halloween.
just Chocolate Day?
I don't know. Every day is Chocolate Day, if you ask me. National Statue of Liberty Day, National Immigrants Day, National Animal Lovers Day, all of those things. And we've got Sunday to boot. So National Cat Day, Sunday the 29th of October. Hug a Sheep Day. So snuggly. I doubt they're really snuggly. National Hermit Day, National Oatmeal Day, and World Psoriasis Day. So all of those things happening this weekend. And I have a guest joining me coming up here in a bit, Karen Pierce. She's got a new book. It's called Recipe for Murder, 66 Dishes That Celebrate the Mysteries of Agatha Christie. So we'll be chatting with her coming your way here in just a bit. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Your parents were onto something when they told you to eat your veggies first. Referencing a study that appeared in the Journal of Nutrients, Alabama dietitian Carol Williams says veggies act like a weight loss drug. Just like the other ones that you've heard of, these drugs that everybody talks about, they signal the body that it's full. So when you're eating veggies, your body is like, okay, I'm full. And then you don't go on to eat other things. They say fiber-rich veggies before eating carbohydrates makes you feel fuller longer. It improves your blood sugar and could increase your weight loss. That's good to know. We should get some of these things.
That's just common sense.
What are these called again? Veggies? Where do you find that stuff? A practice called meal sequencing. A study showed that even if somebody ate faster, those who ate veggies first still had lower blood sugar after the meal than they did before, and lower insulin than those who began their meal eating carbs.
Right.
So Heidi is listening while she's eating carbs.
I'm a carb person.
Yeah.
That's where I usually start.
Look, these veggies ain't bad if you put them between two slices of bread and fry them. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know the NFL is seriously trying to expand their influence in the international market? So serious that they're holding a Super Bowl in London. They're considering it.
Okay.
They're talking about the Baltimore Ravens, Tennessee Titans regular season game. They're having that. And they're saying it's the move is not imminent. They say it is considered. The league has featured regular season games in London, in Germany, and in Mexico. And they're considering Spain and Brazil. A league officially said that they're considering staging a game in Australia. But the time zone constraints are a concern there. So they're like, well, we're just trying to get all over the planet. The National Football League. They're trying to make it the International Football League, apparently. So I don't know. I'm not a big sports guy, so I'm going to, I'll just be quiet because it doesn't much matter to me where they do it. I don't watch any sports ever, so I just avoid it. It's not my thing. Nothing against sports. It's just not my thing. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. FX released a trailer for American Horror Story Season 3, the spinoff of American Horror Story that features a different story in each episode. The clip revealed that Real Housewives star Lisa Rinna will star in a tapeworm episode of Season 3. The season premiered October 26th, by the way. And I'm trying to see if there's others on here. Probably. But I'll leave it in the show notes if you want to read it. The cast for the all-Canadian spin-off of Law & Order franchise, Law & Order Toronto Criminal Intent, has finally been revealed as well. And that's going to be hitting the TV channels in spring of 2024. And Kanye West wants to publicly announce that he's not bipolar. He claimed that he was, but he says, I have signs of autism, and it was caused by my car crash in 2002.
Yikes.
So... anyway, that goes on if you want to read all the details of all of that. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Nigerian President Bola Tinubu is under fire for allegedly lying about graduating from Chicago State University.
Oh.
So that's too bad.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, or again, so I don't know if he didn't graduate, but he went there, or he didn't go there, or might have never even been there. I don't know any of the details on this story, but I just read everything I know. It's not everything I know. It's everything.
Everything you know about that particular.
I want to make sure I just read everything I know about that particular story. All right. And this was almost going to be my weird news because it just seems kind of weird. But Alaska Airlines says they have created an in-flight brew that actually tastes good to those in flight. So it's a beer that you're supposed to drink while flying. Does that seem odd to you? In collaboration with...
does other beer not taste good when
apparently
you're flying?
not. I don't know. In collaboration with a Portland-based roaster, Stumptown, the airline has developed a custom blend that they claim stays flavorful at cruising altitudes.
I did not realize that beer lost its flavor.
I didn't either. They say the cabin pressure and air dryness can diminish our ability to taste things at that altitude.
Okay.
But with their particular concoction that they've put together with this Portland-based roaster Stumptown, this in-flight brew. So is this beer or is it coffee?
Oh, maybe it's coffee. That would make sense.
So now I'm confused.
Because I wouldn't think they would want to encourage people
created an in-flight brew that actually tastes good. I bet this is coffee.
It's coffee. I bet it is.
I don't know why I saw brew and instantly thought beer. Especially when I got to the part about roasters. That should have been my hint. We ain't talking about beer, John. Hi, everybody. I'm John, and I'm done here. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. Our guest, Karen Pierce, has a new book out. It's called Recipes for Murder, 66 Dishes That Celebrate the Mysteries of Agatha Christie. I thought this would be the perfect time to talk about it right before Halloween. Now, I got a question. Why 66 dishes?
Well, she wrote 66 detective full-length novels. She also wrote, 14 short story collections, 30 plays, 6 Mary Westmacott's. She wrote a lot, but she wrote 66 standalone mystery novels. So that's what I worked with.
So that's really cool. Was it hard to find a recipe that fit every single story?
Some of them, I must say, were very easy because they just popped off the page and it was obvious what dish was good for that book. Others were much more difficult, where she just talks about, people having dinner, but not really talking about what they had for dinner. So to do that, I had to do quite a bit of research within the time period. So one trick I found was to find old menus for cruise ships, voyages, trains, and hotels. So I would find their old menus from the time period, and then that would give me a clue as to what were popular meals and popular dishes of the time. And then I would just kind of dig through and see which would work best.
So I think I probably know the answer to this, but are you a big, like, Agatha Christie fan?
Oh, absolutely. When I used to have to go out to my grandmother's during March break, I would, peruse her bookcase, and that's where I found my first Agatha Christie, and I've been reading them ever since.
So then I'm assuming you've probably read all 66 of the books then, right?
Oh, absolutely. More than once. Because I read them once, as a kid, and then I read them again really in my 20s when I started collecting them from vintage bookshops. And, on and off my whole life, I read them a lot. They're very comforting to read. Some of them are just hilarious and so funny. I enjoy them every time. And, recently I've been reading them with the All About Agatha podcast, who has covered each of the novels in their ranking system. So that's been another fun way to dip in and read her again.
So there's 66 different recipes. Do you have a favorite?
Well, they're all my babies, John, so I don't know if I have a complete favorite. But for each of these interviews, I've been kind of trying to focus on something that's, interesting and different. So lately I have been talking about Windsor stew. Now, this is a stew that was very popular with King George III and IV. So this predates Queen Victoria, this stew. And it's wonderful because it's made from everything that's in Windsor or wasn't in Windsor at that time. So there's lamb in it, and there's beef, and there's carrots and parsnips and, a bouquet garni of all the different herbs that would be grown in the area. And it's marvelous. It got a really bad reputation during the war and, when things were being sort of moved into tin soups and stuff. But if you go back and find an original recipe, it's probably one of the more glorious stews I've ever had.
So is it hard to find the ingredients for any of these recipes?
Not for this dish. I mean, it's just stew beef, lamb, onion, carrot, parsnips, things like that. So no, that's easy. The only one that's quite difficult was the vegetable marrow. Big Christie fans, they know that Hercule Poirot retired from detecting to grow vegetable marrows. And these are sort of very large, oversized zucchinis. They're pretty hard to find in North America. They're pretty hard to find in Europe. And they're even kind of hard to find in England these days. But so the vegetable marrow, that is the one thing you probably won't be able to find.
So I don't even know what you would substitute for that, but there's no substitute for this book. It's called Recipes for Murder. Our guest has been Karen Pierce. Karen, thanks for taking the time to chat about this book. It's a fun idea for a book, and I just think that people are going to love it.
Oh, I hope so, because it was really a labor of love, and you're going to learn a whole lot of interesting tidbits about food and culture and Christie and mystery. Yeah, I think people are going to enjoy it a lot.
I think so as well. Again, it's available right now. The book is called Recipes for Murder, 66 dishes that celebrate the mysteries of Agatha Christie. I've got a link to the book just in time for Halloween. You can find that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Coca-Cola would be green if it wasn't for the coloring that was added to it.
I knew that.
Yeah, we talked about that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Chickens can see daylight 45 minutes before humans see daylight.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's their little chicken perspective, apparently. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Horror is the only movie genre in which more women appear than men. So there's more ladies in scary horror movies than there are men in scary horror movies. I wonder why that is.
I know why.
You know why that is? All right. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There is no evidence that stretching before exercise reduces your risk of injury. So, we're always like, okay, we got to stretch. Get warmed up. They're like, there's no proof that does anything. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If you sneeze too hard, you could fracture a rib. Holy cow.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Wearing a tie can reduce blood flow to your brain by 7.5%.
Well, that explains politicians.
Yes, it does. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. 8 out of 10 men prefer to leave these intact, while about half of women take them apart. What are they?
These questions are so vague.
They are vague on purpose, so you never get one right.
I have no idea.
But you still get several right. But not this one. The answer is Oreo cookies. 8 out of 10 men break them in half or rip them apart before they eat them. But women leave them alone. No,
I don't.
Men leave them alone. Women rip them in half.
I was going to say, I don't at all.
I don't even eat them lately because I'm trying to watch my girlish figure. And when I say girlish figure, I look pregnant, and that's not good. All right, Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A scorching new South Carolina chili named Pepper X has captured the Guinness World Record for the world's hottest pepper. First of all, you interested in this kind of thing?
No, I don't want to try hot peppers.
Well,
no.
This one beats out even the legendary Carolina Reaper, created by Ed Curie, the founder of the Pucker Butt Pepper Company. Okay, the greenish yellow Pepper X packs a sweltering 2,693,000 Scoville heat units. Former champ Carolina Reaper, also created by Curie, clocks in at 1.64 million on the Scoville scale. For perspective, pepper spray has a score of 1.6 million.
Whoa.
Jalapeno peppers between 3,000 and 6,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this guy, 2.693 million.
Yikes.
I mean, who needs anything that hot? Really?
I would think that would be dangerous.
It probably is. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Funniest tweets of the week from parents. It says, my wife was trying to tell me a quick story, and after the umpteenth time our kids interrupted her, she said, never mind, maybe we can talk again when they're grown up. Saw an Amazon truck drop a kid off at school this morning. Didn't know that was an option. Have the kids put away the groceries so you can play hide and seek with your own food for a week.
Yeah.
3-year-old, why do we have a room just for the toilet and bath? Me, so people can have privacy when they're going to the bathroom or taking a shower. My 3-year-old, why would someone want that? So I think that this is because kids come in and watch you while you're in there. So, and I'll do one more. Friday the 13th has got nothing on parents who are dealing with third grade math homework. So,
That is true.
I remember when our kids were doing homework. They're grown and gone now, but I remember they'd be like, Dad, can you help me with this? I'm like, oh, yeah, Mom's going to have to help you with that because Dad's an idiot. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Our quote today is from Bill Maher, who says, "Everything that used to be a sin is now a disease." It's kind of funny because that is kind of the way things work now. All right, that is your quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Here's your story, your headline. It says, "I received a guiding premonition. Off-duty nurse saves a man's life." This is a cool story from Phoenix. Leanne Sondrup, a dedicated nurse, has earned a title of hero after a remarkable off-duty rescue that saved a man's life. An extraordinary chain of events unfolded as she was heading home from an extended work shift. She had just completed her 4th consecutive night shift. Fatigue was taking its toll. Little did she know, in July of this year, that day would become etched in her memory. She noticed a cement truck had been overturned on a highway.
Yikes.
Despite her exhaustion, she made a spur-of-the-moment decision to stop and help. She said, "It's strange. There were so many factors that led me to that precise moment and being in the right place.
Isn't
Normally,
that crazy?
I would not have even been there." Yeah.
Yep.
She courageously crawled beneath the truck to assess the injured man. In a display of resourcefulness, she utilized a bystander's belt and made a makeshift tourniquet. I mean, all of this stuff. It says months have now passed since that fateful day, and the fire department recognized her for her life-saving actions. How cool is that?
I would like to think that I would attempt to do the same.
I can barely go down the steps without wincing at the pain in my knee.
We witnessed a bicycle accident
That's
and
right.
just went around them and kept going.
That's true. We saw 2 bicycles smash into each other, and a dude
We
flew
did
off
nothing.
and landed in the road almost in front of us.
We were just like, well, we'll just have to go around now, I
Like, well,
guess.
thanks a lot, buddy. Stay out of the road. Veer around you.
No, in reality, we probably
Yeah, we. In my defense, he looked like he was fine. He was quite angry at the lady. I saw him yelling at her. I'm like, he looks good. He looks really angry though. I'm gonna keep moving.
I don't know how she looked.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kept on moving. I got out of the way. Like, I don't think we need to insert ourselves in this situation. All right, definitely time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.